Hello, Potato. It's time to build some more Lego. I do have the Halloween display up, and it needs a little something more. There's not any big Halloween sets this year, except, of course, Nightmare Before Christmas, which sadly is not what this video is about. I still do not have that kit in my possession. And honestly, I don't know that I'm up to that big of a build this week anyways. I want something a little bit smaller, a little bit faster, a little more easy going than the Goliath that is Nightmare Before Christmas. And last week we built kit 76434, Aragog in the Forbidden Forest from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I was not exactly overwhelmed with it. I know it was a mistake to compare it to the 12-year-old Shelob Attack set from Lord of the Rings. And looking actually through the Lego app, I don't think any Aragog has ever actually been very well done. There's actually, interestingly, I didn't realize that the original Aragog set was also called Aragog in the Forbidden Forest. That was kit 4727. Gives you an idea of how long ago that was. Figures were still yellow, and it's only 4 digits. It's been a long time since there have been 4-digit sets. But looking at the Lego app, it looks like Aragog's been done 3 times, and frankly, they all look pretty bad compared to that Shelob. So I don't know what's going on there, Lego. We need to remake a Shelob in the style of the one from 12 years ago. Because, yeah, getting that Aragog to sit the way I wanted it to in my display was not easy, and I'm not totally happy with it. And there really is a part of me that's thinking of just trying to build another Shelob and just like order the pieces from Bricklink or something. The face is the only one that I think it would be a difficult piece to get a hold of. In any case, I'm certainly not looking to spend $200 for it on Amazon. But after building Aragog last week, I discovered a set that I'd forgotten about, that I did want to get for Halloween, but I'd totally forgotten it had existed. I saw it on the shelf when shopping earlier this week, or technically last week now, and so I picked it up, and we are again returning to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter to build kit 76432, Forbidden Forest Magical Creatures. So this set is 172 pieces for ages 8 and up, and honestly, for $30, you would be totally forgiven for saying, this doesn't seem like that good of a set. And for play, it probably isn't. As for last week's Aragog set, it's probably fine for play. The build is pretty sturdy, and I mean, if you're actually going to play with it, that's a good thing. This one, however, really just appears to be a ring of decoration with another Ron. And it would have been nice to have included somebody else. I don't know. I mean, Hagrid would have been really cool. But even Malfoy, I don't know if he was there in that scene. But, you know, rather than have there be another Ron, because I got Ron last week, we do have Hermione. Again, looks like they are going to be made with the no good, very bad, should not be used children's legs. But I think we're used to that all at this point. But I actually want it for the less interesting parts of it, which is to say the ring of trees here, or trees and stuff, because I've been needing a barrier between my Haunted Hayride section and the rest of my Halloween display. So I think for most people to draw this is probably that it comes with Buckbeak. And I don't have a Buckbeak. I don't believe I have any of the kits that have ever come with Buckbeak. I don't know how many kits have come with them before. I know it's been out a few times. I think Hagrid's Hut usually comes with Buckbeak, and they've released that a few times over the years. But yeah, I don't have a Buckbeak, and that for a lot of people, the hippogriff is probably the main draw. You're spending $30 for a hippogriff, which, hey, I get it. I spent $30 for a spider. But no, for me, I'm wanting these trees. I want to put these out straight as a barrier. And I think these will do the ticket. Also, one thing I didn't notice when building last week's, I commented on having this little web piece. I said I'd find some way to use it in the village, and I did. It has got a skeleton stuck to it. But I noticed when I was putting setting the Halloween display up, this has connectors on it. Somehow it totally escaped me when I was building it and talking about this video, and I was like, well, I wonder what other sets this would connect to. Well, here we go. This will connect in nicely to the rest of this, even a similar spiderwebby piece there with a tree. So yeah, this is clearly meant, the colors are even the same, this is meant to go in this. So that's what we're going to do today. Bit of crumb off something. We are going to get out Buckbeak and build us some spooky trees. to go in the Haunted Hayride. 170 pieces is, I think, about, I think last week's was 195, so this is even smaller than that. And again, there's no big build here. You're really just building scenery. I think for a play with set for kids, this is not a particularly attractive set. And maybe that's why I couldn't get it at Lego store. I went to Lego store actually to get other stuff. Oh, it's only 2 bags. And they did not have this one. They had Aragog, but they didn't have this one. You have a measly 2 bags and a Buckbeak body. Nice printing on the face there. And yes, there's not a whole heck of a lot of not a lot of there. Also comes with some sort of comes with a baby Thestral, which is nice. I already have one of those from the Thestral cottage, well, not cottage, the Thestral wagon that I added to the village last year. I think that set came out in, I don't know if it came out last year or if it came out in 22. I have 2 of that set, as it turns out. I picked one up at SAC Anime, having forgotten that I'd already picked one up at some point earlier, which is why I think it might have been in 2022. But I'll add our baby Thestral over there with that one, because that came with a baby Thestral as well. We've got our Buckbeak, and of course we have some sort of a sprite. What does it say on the back here? Doesn't say anything on the back here, because it's Lego. There's usually not a lot of words to look at. But looks like an interesting piece. I'm sure I'll find somewhere for it in the Halloween display. Also a bat. And I think I saw a spider in here. Yep. A glow-in-the-dark spider. Ooh, glowy bits. Love glowy bits. So here is our QR code if you want to follow along at home. I imagine this will be a very, very quick build of a couple minutes. We're doing paper packaging. At least we're saying we are. I've still, years after they've said they're doing them, still not seen one. I believe they exist. I just haven't seen them myself. Okay, so this is not right. This is 16 steps. I'm guessing this must break this down into like each individual. Yeah. So I can't tell how many steps it's going to be because it looks like it breaks down each little mini build in here into its own little category of builds. So there's not really much to say about it. It's a small set. Should be a quick build. Let's get to the fast forward, and I'll see you on the other side. And there we go, through the magic of a mere 90 seconds of fast-forward technology, we have Kit 76432, Forbidden Forest Magical Creatures. And yeah, if I were buying this to play with, this is a thoroughly underwhelming set. 2 trees and some, I don't know, benches? What are those meant to be, do you reckon? I don't know. Maybe the little sprite's supposed to live in the little hole here? I mean, it fits in there, but to be fair, if I were somebody 30 years younger and more in the, well, that's a bad idea. I'm just gonna stop doing that. More into the age group they're aiming for on this, that might work a little better, but it's not working for me. So yeah, it's some trees. It's 2 trees and 3 little like 2 benches and this. And I guess we're meant to pose Buckbeak up on one of these according to the picture there. So it's Buckbeak up there. There we go. That looks remarkably the same. So yeah, as a play with set, there's not a lot going on here. But for what I want it for, it's actually going to be pretty much perfect because I can just straighten it out like so and knock another. I feel like these mushrooms are going to be a humongous pain because they're going to pop off at the slightest touch. And then I can stick this on to one of the ends. Oh, well that's inconvenient. I'm going to have to modify this because it would fit on like so. And I kind of wanted this to be the side that faced in towards the Haunted Hayride. So we'll just, I'll modify this some more to swap the ends around on it. That's fine though. It's fine. It'll all still work. We can still put it on here for now. Get the idea. So I wonder if there are other sets that have these little pieces. I mean, how much more Forbidden Forest can there be? I guess it was some of the Minotaur or the Centaurs. Is there a Centaur set? I don't know. I am unaware of a Centaur set. Here, let's fill up some of the space here with the other creatures. Just so it looks a little less empty. Put you back over here where I had you originally. Put Ron over here, ready to fall into the water. There we go. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, except for that's facing the wrong direction. But oh well. Such is life, you know? So the Buckbeak, I do like the Buckbeak. Buckbeak is well crafted. I mean, no, it's like a basic horse body with a unique head put on it. And got the wings. The wings look very nice. I'm guessing they must be originally for maybe like a Chima set or like a Friends, like they have Friends elves, something like that. We do have Ron and Hermione. And I commented before, something about the color of pink they use for the heads on these Harry Potter ones now make me think like off-brand Lego, but I have no reason to think this is not real. We have the standard smug face. We have the fairly standard worried face. We've actually a very nicely sculpted hairpiece there. I'm sure we've seen that before. Probably have other Hermione figures with that on it. Ron, again, the smug face. I think because I think it's commented last week or in the last Harry Potter episode, the Aragog one, that Harry didn't have the smug face and looked kind of just like vacant. And this one doesn't really have that issue because of the smugness. The smirk. The Lego smirk. And then we have Ron's worried face, which frankly should probably be Ron's default face because it's Ron and he kind of screws up everything he touches. Now, one neat thing about this set that we didn't have in the Aragog set, let's just take this off so we can look at just the set. That's not only not part of the set, but I've also modified it beyond because the skeleton wasn't part of that set either. But it worked pretty well for somebody stuck in a spiderweb. One thing about this set that, again, if it was in the other one, I didn't notice it, but this set claims to have glow-in-the-dark pieces with the mushrooms, the spider, and Ron's lantern should all glow in the dark. So let's kill the lights and see if that works. And then there you go. You can definitely see, even with the head still on, that those pieces are definitely glowing. We can charge up a little bit with the black light here. Get them good and glowy. So you can really see them. So no glow on Buckbeak or Hermione or anything. No glow on Ron. And yeah, nothing on this set glowed. So it's just our shrooms and our lantern and our spider. Special glow-in-the-dark spider. So that's fairly minor, but I feel like they understood this was kind of a lackluster set and wanted to throw something in there to make it more than just a kit you bought just to get a Buckbeak. Because again, I think it's the only way you can get Buckbeak right now, short of buying a used one off of something like Bricklink. All right, lights back on. There we go. So not a whole lot to say here. I mean, it's fairly well constructed. I mean, again, these mushrooms, I've already like knocked them off a few times just moving it around. That's gonna happen. The fact that you can connect to the pieces from that other set, and I guess if there are other Forbidden Forest sets out there, maybe more of those as well. That's kind of good, but that's basically, you're probably buying this because your kid wants a Buckbeak. Although again, the little wood sprite thing here is unique. That face, though, definitely is giving me like Friends kit vibes. One thing I noticed while putting this together is a lot of the blue pieces here have these little white pinpricks on them. At least I can uncover one real quick here. So yeah, like right, like there, and there, and there, and there. These little like miscolored pinpricks, and I'm guessing that must be where the plastic is injected into the mold at the Lego factory. That's my guess, anyways. I mean, you can let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I think that has to be what that is. And it's weird because I don't think I've ever really noticed that issue on Lego, at least not frequently before. Really not think I've taken a notice of before. I don't know if that's a sign of something bad. It's a little eye-catching that it is a different shade of blue than the rest of the brick. But I mean, on this particular kit, I think all of those points are obscured. But I don't know that you should be making bricks with the idea that you're going to obscure a defect in them, if that's what that is. And I would say that a discolored brick is kind of a defect. But overall, while I wouldn't say this is worth $30 as a set for a child to play with, it's perfect for what I need, and it will go nicely at the border of the Haunted Hayride in my Halloween village. And plus, now I have a Buckbeak and another child Ron and a child Hermione, of which I will do nothing with but put into the all the spare parts that just go back into the bin until I put the Halloween stuff away and bring out the Christmas stuff. But yeah, not a great value of a set for play, but I don't know how much Buckbeak goes for like on the secondary market, so it may be a good deal just for the Buckbeak figure. And again, I'm guessing most people are buying this because they want a Buckbeak. And you know, I've bought sets before largely because I wanted a minifigure or some part of it more than the entire thing. So I don't think that's that weird of a thing to do, personally. But that is kit 76432, Harry Potter, Forbidden Forest, Magical Creatures. Do you have this kit? What do you think of it? Do you have like some previous version of Buckbeak? What do you think of this one versus that one? Are there any other Forbidden Forest sets currently, ones that were released this year, like this and like Aragog, that I am forgetting? Because, you know, I might want to grab those. If I can expand my my forest boundary here a little bit, I would not be adverse to maybe grabbing some of those to, or another kit to extend things out, like if there's a kit with the centaurs in them. But let me know in the comments what else is out there that I am totally missing or forgetting, and what you think of this set. But that is going to wrap this video up. I hope you found it all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.